When we think about the luxuries we have in life, they can lead to very enjoyable moments. Sometimes they can lead to moments of fun, euphoria, or pleasure, and we feel gratified with it. And the way that we obtain these things can be through simple things like enjoying life, or a delicacy, or certain drugs that we can have that kind of obscure the mind. But sometimes these drugs, which are built to help better our lives, can sometimes be abused and misguided. This is called prescription drug abuse, and is a common threat to the United States of America and the citizens that it has. Now, prescription drug abuse comes of one way. It's when a patient who has undergone either a serious injury or a serious surgery has been prescribed medication by their doctors. And this in turn is supposed to help numb the pain so they can get through recovery easier. But sometimes these drugs, such as opiates or Vicodin, can be so addictive due to the chemicals that are used to create them that these people start wanting more and more. And of course, this creates a euphoric effect, a way of them forgetting who their lives and what they can do in turn. Sadly, this can come with either a negative effect. This effect, of course, being this tolerance. The tolerance builds up, they start taking more dosage. And more dosage means more of an addiction and more of a craving that they'll go for to get this drug that will help them see better, in their words. But these drugs do have a positive for sometimes. They can lead to having more numbing of the pain that they face every day, or help better themselves through getting through depressive moments. But sadly, if abused wrong, this could lead to ultimately their death. Now, the first aspect of looking into prescription drugs is the physical effects that it has on a person. Mostly these drugs are here to, like I said, go through withdrawing the pain from a surgery. These are supposed to cause the brain to release more of a relaxing sensation to go through the body and numb the pain where a certain incision or a fracture happened, and of course to withstand the pain, kind of giving a more morphine effect towards it. On the other hand, this can also lead to severe brain damage due to higher dosages that the people have taken due to their body becoming more tolerant to the drugs found within this. And of course, being more tolerant causes these people to want more of these prescription drugs and keep wanting more, and they'll go to any length to get these drugs. And sadly, some people take more than they can and end up dying from it. Now that we go through the physical aspects of how these drugs affect the human body, now let's focus on the mental. The mental effects can be somewhat good at points. The mentality is taking the pain off and sometimes actually improving a person's behavior if taken at the right quantities. But say like more of antidepressants that can somehow ruin a person's life by making them more focused, or say withdrawing them from their family. Even with painkillers, Vicodin and opioids cause a person to go for a craving and be more euphoric to the point where they don't even know who they are, and the point where the controls and the cravings take over and they don't even know who they are by the end of the time. It even causes them to push their families and who they love to go into mood swings, causing different emotional states for those people, a way that they sort of lose who they truly are. And of course, the way that it affects people emotionally can be, of course, good or bad. Some drugs are there to help improve the behavior of people, mostly through stuff like antidepressants or Ritalin, which can either both improve behavior and make people more happy, or suppress more compulsive behaviors. But people like this who want to either use these drugs for, say, performance enhancement, or more of a focus on studies, where students take Ritalin to have hyper focus through studies. More of this will cause an addiction pattern, and of course will lead to a substantial breakdown of who they truly are and lose themselves to the addictions and vices that they have received from the common complaints. And it is truly sad that people have to endure this and become more contained in the vices that they find themselves in. So, in conclusion, prescription drug abuse is not a joking matter. It is a deadly vice that roots itself into the soul of humans and causes them to go through carnal instincts and more pressures just to get what they want for a fix. And sometimes they can break it and lead to a better, positive life. And of course, take these drugs without falling into the same trappings. But on the negative side, these people keep going for this drug, proceeding to overindulge and grab onto whatever they can and lose themselves while destroying the lives of people and others that come into their way, and losing the perspective of who they truly are due to the many, many addictions and flaws that comes from this. For those who have suffered or have seen someone suffer for prescription drug abuse, just know that there are people there to help you, to guide you through all this time, and make you feel welcome no matter the pressures that come. And make sure that you know you are not alone.